Arthur the Rat. Once there was a young rat named Arthur, who could never make up his mind. Whenever his friends asked him if he would like to go out with them, he would only answer, "I don't know." He wouldn't say yes or no either. He would always shriek, making a noise. His Aunt Helen said to him, "Now look here, no one is going to care for you if you carry on like this. You have no more mind than a blade of grass." One rainy day, the rats heard a great noise in the loft. The pine rafters were all rotten, so that the barn was rather unsafe. At last the joist gave away and fell to the ground. The walls shook, and all the rats' hair stood on the end with fear and horror. "This won't do," said the captain. "I'll send out scouts to search for a new home." Within 5 hours, the 10 scouts came back and said, "We found a stone house where there's room and board for all of us. There's a kindly horse named Nellie, a cow, a calf, and a garden with an elm tree." The rats crawled out of their little houses and stood on the floor in a long line. Just then, the old one saw Arthur. "Stop," he ordered coarsely. "You are coming, of course." "I'm not certain," said Arthur, undaunted. "The roof may not come down yet." "Well," said the angry old rat, "we can't just wait for you to join us. Right about face. March." Arthur stood and watched them hurry away. "I think I'll go tomorrow," he calmly said to himself. "But then again, I don't know. It's so nice and snug here." That night there was a big crash. In the morning, some men with some boys and girls rode up and looked at the barn. One of them moved a board, and he saw a young rat, quite dead, half in and half out of his hole. Thus the shrieker got his due. Kit. The quick little kitten thinks it big a pretty big fish. Dress. Many of Jeff's best friends slept in mesh tents in pleasant weather. Trap. The harrowing black cat dashes at any man and lands on the plaid carriage. Lot. The honest swan stops and acknowledges the fox dodging. Oh, I have to do that again. Lot. The honest swan stops and acknowledges the fox dodging the bothered wasp. Strut. Mother loves butter that comes from the southern countryside. Foot. The butcher should put the pudding in the wooden nook to cook.
How do you identify your race and ethnicity?
African American and Caucasian.
How old are you currently?
20 years old.
What year were you born?
2002.
Where were you born?
Beloit, Wisconsin.
Where have you lived and how long have you lived there?
Beloit, Wisconsin for 18 years. I speak English and I learned at birth. Well, yeah. I'm currently a sophomore in college.
What are the influences on your accent?
Beloit borders Illinois, so my family is also from Chicago, so I think there's a little bit of that in there, perhaps. I think I don't have an accent, but everybody thinks that, but I think I sound more Caucasian sometimes. I think it depends on if it's a more professional conversation or if it's like more casual and I'm speaking in like Ebonics or something.
Do you sound like your family?
If they are speaking professionally. The best advice ever given to me was by my granny, and she said, never set yourself on fire to keep other people warm.
Why did that resonate with you?
Because when I was younger, I was bullied a lot, and it was like just, I guess, my dynamic with my parents. It made me crave like validation a lot. So a lot of times I put myself in really uncomfortable positions and in relationships that were just not fruitful or healthy, just because I so badly wanted, a little bit of love, I suppose.